happened in that place. They were boiling up kids, they were eating dung, they were boiling up donkeys' heads and all sorts of things. And there was an incredible hunger in the people, and their hunger was not being satisfied by anything that was available to them. And you know, I'm always inspired by what happened among that move of God in Poland among those Catholic priests who there was a sovereign move of God across Poland, where suddenly these Catholic priests who'd been in monasteries and what have you for so many years suddenly realized that that which they had was not satisfying them, and they wanted to know Jesus. Let's declare that same move of God over this place, that which they have over here is so, well, there is nothing in it. It does not nourish, it does not satisfy, it is not the reality. It's like boiling kids' heads, because it's as bad as that. Let's just prophesy over this place that there will be a hunger for Jesus, that diet that they are eating, the religious diet, would turn to ashes in their mouths, that they will not derive any satisfaction, that there will be a dissatisfaction, a godly dissatisfaction across the nation. Father, we thank you, Jesus, Lord, for your awesome
pressure on, but it's time for us to put pressure on the enemy. Remember that time when it happened in your life? Remember when the enemy was pushing your life and pushing your life and pushing your life? And then one day, all of a sudden, you got a revelation that this was enough. It was enough. It was enough. And it was like a line that was drawn in the sand, and you said, no more. I have had enough. I have had enough. And it's time for you to do something about it. Friend, it's time now. I believe this is such a time in this land right now, that pivotal time when this land has been oppressed. But now it's time for us to oppress the enemy. It's time for us to oppress the enemy, that there would be a time drawn that we would say, this is a time for the church to advance. Time like when it's neutral, when the tide goes out, and all of a sudden it stands still for a few minutes. And all of a sudden the tide goes out. But then the tide changes and it comes rushing in. Friend, I tell you what, I used to do a lot of fishing. I haven't got time to do fishing now. Some of my pastors still got time to do fishing, but I don't have time to do fishing. But I'll tell you, the best time for catching fish is when the tide comes on the way in. Is that right? When the tide is coming in is when you catch the most amount of fish. And that time of neutralising, it's like maybe just right here now, with the tide coming in, and it's a time to pull the fish in as the tide comes in. Time we're no longer oppressed, but time to oppress the enemy. Okay? Does that sound good? Is that right, fish?